Your story once again takes us to Homa Bay County.
Well, Hosea Steven is a 31-year-old clinical officer trainee. In 3 months, he will graduate from the Kendu Adventist Medical School as the first clinical medical officer in the region considered to be a person of small stature. Hosea's personal story is one of loss, rejection, and mockery.
That's right, but he chose to stand tall and rise above it all. This story was suggested by his classmates and staff from the Kendu Adventist Medical School. This is his story.
When it comes to physical height, 31-year-old Hosea Steven is a dwarf, short in stature. But when it comes to courage, his classmates at the Kendu Adventist School tell us that Hosea, who is a trainee clinical officer, is a giant.
Why not me? Why can't I make it in the medical field? Because I've never seen somebody like me in the medical field.
Hosea, like many people his height, faced discrimination. His childhood in Migori County was one that saw him face a lot of rejection, even from his own family. In the lower community, dwarfism for many years has been viewed as a curse. A lot of them would be hidden, scoffed at, and even labeled as born dead. He had to start school at the age of 9.
I spent a lot of time with my grandmother at the village when I could not actually see my parents because of the rejection I faced. The rejection they also faced, and they were somehow ashamed of having me as the son. There are those people who will, first of all, they will laugh at you. And I've actually seen it. Some of them actually take videos or photos of me secretly while walking. Even I can say some children, if they see you, they look at you as somebody who is so different from other people. Then they start following you up. You walk, a big crowd is behind you. You walk into a supermarket, so many people are staring at you. They're really wondering, where has this one come from?
When his father died in 2001 of a preventable disease, Hosea knew his heart was set on the medical field. He wrote his KCP in 2007, but after, he did not know what course to pursue. In 2016, 9 years later, he chose to study clinical medicine at the Kendu Adventist Medical School and start his journey of becoming the first dwarf clinical officer.
It was my first time to see somebody who is like Hosea, and first of all, I was wondering, but with time I came to understand it's just somebody who is just like us.
I was weak, and Hosea is the one who helped me to catch up with the syllabus by trying to help me and explaining for me everything.
His tutor affirms his determination and tenacity.
This is the first time that we are having a student like Hosea. And in fact, not only in Kendu School of Medical Sciences, but across the country, even Kenya Medical Training Colleges, academically, is outstanding because he's good in class and even in practical areas.
But in his tutelage, there are and were many challenges.
I almost went out. I almost dropped off and I said, this one is too difficult for me, especially when it comes to practicals. I was not able to actually attend to most of the patients because the beds are way too high compared to my height. Some patients are huge, very big.
In 8 months, he will graduate and become a pioneer, the first dwarf clinician. He wants to major in pediatrics later and become a pediatrician.
The happiest moment in life is when I finally realized that my only mother, who never recognized also my potentials, finally accepted that and was happy. We need the government of Kenya and the whole world of Africa, and even the whole world, anybody who can see me at this particular moment, what we are simply asking for is empowerment and not the sympathy.
And he is living proof of the saying by Mehmet Dan, the less courage you have, the more dwarf you are. The more courage you have, the more giant you shall be. Dorcas Wangera, Citizen TV, your story.